Namaskar. Welcome back to the example number 2 for the event professional prospects. This example we had a detailed discussion in the previous video wherein we studied a male child who is a dermatologist, it's a doctor, and we studied during which period he joined his first job. And we had a detailed discussion with the help of the key planets and through the EPS tables. In the previous video, we had a discussion. Now, the same example with the help of the PILT table through the key planets, how we can find the Dasa Bhuktī Antra supported for the job, during their Dasa Bhuktī periods, right? But importantly, I said in the previous video itself that Bhuktī Lord and Antra Lord, if you look at they may be having some unfavorable grouping of houses, but they are not really not unfavorable because of the type of profession. He is into medical, is a doctor, no? So the 5th house, 9th house will be supportive for the profession if they are also having connection to the 6th house, 10th house, and 11th house, not connecting to the 8th house and 12th house. So that way we have to study the self-signification strength. We had a detailed discussion. And the same thing we are going to do with the help of the PILT table in this video. Example 2, we are going to study the timing of event importantly with the help of the PILT table in this video. This is the birth chart of that male native. We had a detailed discussion with the EPS table in the previous video. During the analysis, actually, I have not given the EPS colors to each planet based on the study on the self-significations, because in order to give you the experience without the colors also, then I have given the analysis only without the colors. But when we are going for the PILT table analysis to identify the favorable and unfavorable key planets in their rulers and also in supports, it's better to give colors to the each planet by way of their self-signification before proceeding to the PILT connections, PILT table analysis. So let me take you to the EPS event and choose the planet colors and self-significations. And let us now study each planet and give the colors. Ketu occupying 8th house and 6th sublord. So for the type of profession, 8th house is supportive only for the surgery and all, but still, and 8th house and 6th sublord is fine. 8 is indicating some obstacles. We can give Ketu, we can give either light green or pink. Sorry, light green or blue. Because it is 6th sublord is fine. Being the occupant of 8th house, obstacles are there. Or for the type of profession, it is fine. So we can give Ketu is light green. Venus, 6th lord, 11th lord occupying 10th house and 159 star lord and 1 and 12 cuspal sublord. 6, 11, 10 are favorable, 195 or 159 are indicating some weakness but not detrimental. 1 and 12 also it is mixed significator. So Venus we can give as a mixed significator. Sun, 9th lord occupying 8th house. Being Sun and 9th lord is not detrimental to the Lagna, and also it is also supportive for the type of profession. It is a Bhagyasthan also. But occupying 9th house, this grouping is not so good in general. It is not supportive for a progress or stability. So Sun we can give light red to differentiate because it is not having any favorable grouping. Moon, 8th lord occupying 10th house and 2 and 6 cuspal star lord. Being the 8th lord, it is not weak. 8th lord means, okay, obstacles we can say, but moving towards 10 and 2 and 6 is good for the professional prospects. Being the 8th lord, so we can make it light green. Some obstacles are there, right? And Mars, 5th lord, 12th lord occupying 9th house and 10th cuspal star lord. If you look at the Mars signification 5, 12, 9 are indicating some unfavorable grouping. It is not supportive for stability. But moving towards 10th sublord, it is favorable. It is a mixed one. Moreover, for the type of profession is a medical doctor, and fifth lord occupying ninth house, and this is supportive for the fifth house matters, recovery treatment, and the 10th star lord supportive for the type of profession. So that also have to keep it in mind. Anyway, 5, 12, 9 grouping indicating some weakness. So Mars we can give pink shade. It is a mixed significator. Rahu occupying second house and seventh star lord, second planet also favorable. So Rahu we can give dark green. Jupiter, Lagna lord, fourth lord occupying sixth house, close to seventh house, 311 star lord, and 4 and 10 cuspal sublord. This is very good grouping. The two Lagna lord itself has got favorable grouping, including 6, 10, 11, third house. Everything is good. So Jupiter is going to be dark green. Saturn, second lord, third lord occupying 12th house, close to cuspal, first cusp, and 3 and 9 cuspal sublord. 9 seems to be unfavorable, but 3 and 9 are supportive for the professional prospect, especially by way of communication, by way of contract. I mean, we can say that third lord, second lord, third lord occupying 12th house, third house moving towards 3 and 9, supportive for the professional prospect connecting to the third house. It is also supportive for the contract-based job also, right? Communication based or contract based. So Saturn we can give light green. Mercury, 7th lord, 10th lord occupying 9th house, and 4, 8, 12 star lord. 2, 5, 7, 8, 11. This is having 5 and 8, but look at the grouping. 2, 5, 7, 8, 11 are favorable grouping. For the type of profession, he is into medicine, no? 2, 5, 7, 8, 11 cuspal sublord, and 7 and 10th cuspal lord itself is good. Occupying 9th house also not bad, but 8 and 12 is present, so it is having both favorable strongly and also unfavorable houses also present. So Mercury also we can give pink shade. So we have given the colors according to their self-signification string and according to our study. So now let us set the colors and let us go to the home page and PILT page and check the PILT tables, right? Having assigned the colors, let us go back home and from there let us go to the house grouping and wherein we can go to the PILT page. House grouping and PILT. So now we are on the PILT page. So you can look at the colors of all the 9 planets according to the score, favorable and unfavorable score as per the software's programming it is giving. Now we are going to use the EPS colors, what colors we have assigned just now, that we are showing here for our easy identification, because the colors given by the software will be based on the score only, but not on the grouping of the houses, how we studied manually. Okay, so now I have I have taken the colors of the EPS and let us take KP check all, and all colors are given to all the planets. And let me choose, open that self-significator also for our analysis for reference, easy for reference. Now what we have to do, we know which are the favorable key planets. All are favorable. Some mixed key planet is Sun is weak, and Mars is mixed, and Venus also having mixed, not unfavorable strongly, but Mars is having unfavorable, moving towards 10, and Mercury. So Venus, Mars, Mercury, pink shades, both 3 planets, and Sun is the light red color. And all other planets are green. It is good, especially that Jupiter is very good, right? So now let us check the 10th sublord planet Jupiter itself. Look at the Jupiter, whether the Jupiter is having all the other favorable key planets in the rulers and supports, or the influence of the unfavorable planets are there in the Jupiter. That we have to check now, right? Okay, Jupiter in the star of Rahu is good, and 2A level is Mars is pink, sublord is Mercury is pink, star lord of the sublord is Moon is good. So planet and star lord good, sublord only it is pink. Look at the sublord pink, Mercury 7 and 10 all favorable with the 2, 5, 11 with some obstacles. So it is change causing key planet, or it can cause some sort of changes or challenges in the result. That it means the destiny is favorable, but result is going to be having some sort of changes or challenges, right? Now look at that support planets of the Mercury, which is having some weakness. That Mercury has in its own sign, and also Venus also there in supports, and importantly Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, which are the favorable key planets. That too destiny planet in the star of Rahu and Saturn, they are all present here, right? So they are all forming ruler link. So the mixed key planet is getting the support of the strong favorable key planet in supports also. That is good. And moreover, that Mercury, the sublord of the Jupiter, that Jupiter is there, is having Mercury in its supports also. Rahu is not having that Mercury directly, but Rahu represents Saturn. That Saturn is holding that Mercury in supports. It means what? Each level planet is getting the influence of the Mercury. Mercury is favorable with 2, 5, 7, 11 grouping, 7 and 10th lord also. But 8 and 12, 5, 8 all present. It is indicating some sort of hurdles and obstacles in the progress along with the betterment. It means we can say that the native will get the betterment along with the obstacles, right? Because favorable grouping are strongly present, influencing the other unfavorable houses also. So destiny planet we have checked. 10th sublord. Dasa lord is Saturn. So now the native, it is said that the native got the first job after his master degree in medicine, in dermatology. In Saturn Dasa, Venus Bugdi and Saturn Antra, he got the first job. Saturn, Venus, and just a minute. Saturn Dasa, Venus Bugdi, and Saturn Antra, he got the job, first job. He joined the first job. We have to check the Saturn first, then let us go to the Venus. Saturn planet is good, and Saturn itself is a good key planet, very strong, favorable key planet, Saturn, with light green, with some weakness, but not unfavorable. It is supportive for, as I said, communication or contract based. Saturn in the star of Venus, these two levels, star level and sub level, star lord of the star lord, sub lord, all are having pink shades. Venus and again Venus. So they are all present, and Mercury also playing role supporting the star level planet. So it means what? The Dasa Lord in the star level and sub level and 2A level, fourth level, it is having some, obstacle causing or change causing key planets are present. So it is indicating some weakness by way of the rulers. But favorable key planet Saturn also having other favorable key planet Jupiter and Rahu in its supports. The mixed key planets, or check their supports, they are having the moon, Ketu are in supports. In addition to that, you can see the Saturn is playing role in support. Saturn Rahu are playing role. It means what? That Dasa Lord is good. That's a free planet. It is passing its ruler link to the other level planet, which are having some weakness. So that way, it is reducing the unfavorable strain. It is giving the support to the star level and sub level. Not only Saturn, because Rahu represents Saturn. Rahu also connected, and Moon also there in supports. Moon also is a favorable key planet with some obstacles. So Dasa Lord is good, and Dasa Lord is, having the star level, sub level having some weakness, but they are being supported by the Saturn itself, Dasa Lord itself, and other favorable key planets in their rulers. That bit is good. So now in the Dasa Lord Saturn, which are the favorable key planets? Saturn itself, and representing Jupiter, sign Lord Jupiter, and Rahu, and they are all playing role. And of course, Moon and Ketu also playing role. These are the important favorable key planets. which are supporting the Dasa Lord for the professional prospects on the favorable side. So the Buddhi Lord should have the role impact of the Saturn and also the other favorable key planets either in the ruler or in supports, right? And also that if they are having that these unfavorable key planets or mixed key planet in their rulers directly, they should have this favorable key planet Saturn, Jupiter in their rulers, reducing the unfavorable strength, right? It means the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, which are influencing the Dasa Lord by way of rulers and also support, their role also important in the Buddhi Lord, right? That is called a PILT connections. Now let us check that he got, while he completed his studies, he was doing that Venus Buddhi. Venus Buddhi he was running at the time of completion. No? He was running Venus Buddhi. Venus is the mixed key planet of the Dasa Lord, right? Venus is 6, 11 and 10 favorable with some weakness. So it is not detrimental actually. It is 6, 11, 10 favorable. That itself is playing role, but it has got some weakness. Star level planet is Mars. It is also having 5, 12 and 9 and 10. So it is having weakness. This grouping is indicating some weakness and further supported by the sun, that is also weak. So you can see this grouping is having some weakness at the planet level, star level and 2A level combined. They are ruler of the Dasa Lord also. It indicates some weakness for sure. But look at the sublord is Saturn. Saturn is a strong favorable key planet of the Dasa Lord. Itself is there in the sublord. That is not the complete solution or complete strength it can give, provided this Saturn is influencing these planets by way of supports. You can check this Venus is having Saturn, Mars is having Saturn, and other favorable key planets also supporting to the Venus and Mars, and 2A level also having Rahu and Saturn and also Ketu, and sublord planet is forming ruler link to all levels. And star lord of the sublord, again Venus, that is also giving the support. So it means it has got some weakness. What sort of weakness? By way of grouping of houses only we can study, that we can check already in the EPS table study in the previous video, but it is indicating some weakness. So it means what? That Dasa Lord, some mixed key planets are ruling the Buddhi Lord, and Dasa Lord's favorable key planet is playing role in Dasa Lord itself is acting as the sublord and forming rudal into all the levels of the Buddhi Lord. So that way it is supportive. But because of the unfavorable grouping or mixed key planet, it is supportive for not a permanent job. The native got the job during that Saturn Dasa Venus Buddhi under contract. It is a contract job. It means it is not permanent because this 5th house, 9th house, 12th house, 8th house are all indicating instability or not stable job. So it means it is supportive for job prospects, but it is not a permanent job, but it is a contract job, right? But because of the support planets, strong favorable key planets, that too sublord is Jupiter, Saturn in the sign of Jupiter, very good key planet is playing role here. That way that they are not completely unfavorable, as I said already. They are having favorable along with that unfavorable. So if sun is playing role at the star level, yes, it has been weaker. But sun only the 2 level planet, Venus and Mars are playing role, the rulers of the Saturn Dasa, and they are getting the support of the Saturn, Rahu and Moon. So they are supportive for job prospects, but they are supportive for the, contract based or not a stable, a permanent job worker. So he got his first job during that Saturn Dasa, Venus Buddhi, and in Saturn Antra itself. Because the role of Saturn is important, because that is the only planet, it is making that Buddhi strong enough to support for the job for the Venus Buddhi. So in Saturn Antra itself, he got the job. because Saturn is a free planet and influencing all levels, and star level, sub-level planet Venus it is supportive. 6, 11, 10 on 1, 5, 9, 1 and 12. It is not unfavorable. I think I would have given, instead of pink, I would have given light green also. Then would have been, easily we can justify. But when this 5, 9 is there and 12 also there, so that I thought, okay, we can give the mixed one. There is no 8th house, favorable grouping is good, so I have given, pink shade. That is the one which is, we have to identify the difference, right? So Venus Dasa, Saturn Dasa, Venus Buddhi, Saturn Antra, only he got the job. As I said, this is not supportive for permanent job. Because of this grouping, it is supportive for the, contract job. But my question is, he got the job in Saturn Dasa, Venus Buddhi, right? Whether in now the native is running Saturn Dasa, Moon Buddhi. Now Moon is running. Saturn Dasa, Venus Bhukti, then Sun Bhukti, then only Moon Bhukti. Whether that Saturn Dasa, Venus Bhukti would have supported for any change of job, right? Change is indicated by the Venus Bhukti. Look at the grouping. It is indicating some change causing key planet, some weakness, but planet level, star level, or both are having some mixed signification. 2A level also it is supportive for some mixed signification, weakness. Sub-level only favorable, passing ruler link to all levels. And definitely look at the grouping. They are not supportive for the change of job. They are indicating some sort of hurdles in the job prospects, but they are not supportive for the change of job. So the native is still there in the same hospital working, and the two in a reputed AIMS hospital. Saturn Dasa, Venus Bhukti started, and because of the grouping of the favorable planets and influence of the favorable key planets, Saturn, Jupiter, all are there. So he is getting a very notable, position and name and fame is getting. So those things and all we can find only with the EPS table, because we can find the grouping of the planets and the planet level, star level, sub level, house grouping. We can check only with the EPS table. With this PILT table, we can identify only the planets by way of their supports or the rulers. So if you double click on this Venus, you can see that the EPS table is appearing. So you can check these planets, their planet level, star level, and sub level, and their supports, all these things you can check. So that definitely this also will be useful, right? So then sun after that, Sun was running, Venus after that, Sun in the star of Venus, and STOA level is Mars, sublord is Rahu. Whether it is supportive or any trouble, no, you can see star level planet Venus. Venus is actually supportive with some obstacles. We can say that it is not detrimental, right? That Venus is having that Saturn Rahu. The Rahu itself is representing the Saturn ruling that sublord, forming ruler link to all levels. So that support of this Rahu Saturn is there at all levels, though the favorable significators of the other planets are getting supported, further supported by the favorable key planets through the ruler and also through the supports, ruler's link. That is the reason that native is still running, working in the same hospital and with a good name and fame, but it is only under contract. Up to next year, only the contract is going to be there. That is indicated by this unfavorable grouping of the houses. I think you're able to understand the role of the key planets and their influence by way of rulers and also in supports with the help of the PILT table. Then how the native has got the opportunity to join the job in the said period. So we'll meet in the next example. Good luck.